This special time and difficult time for Ukraine. We've met before in Ukraine, and I think it is very important that not only we have discussions about the future and the here and now, but also to demonstrate our strength as your ally. Britain and Ukraine has invested in each other since 2014 and even before then, and we are not in the business of giving up anytime soon. We will stand by Ukraine and the choices that she makes. Ukraine is the victim of an aggressive, illegal invasion by President Putin, and the Ukrainian people are suffering horribly at the hands of a Russian military that is using indiscriminate fire to kill innocent people and civilians, destroy infrastructure in cities, and basically erase to the ground a number of towns and cities. Very much the opposite of what President Putin has said he was about, which was apparently to liberate Ukraine from individuals that turn out to be nothing more than fiction. President Putin said, assumed that Ukrainians would welcome him as a liberator. He was wrong. He assumed that his army was invincible. He was wrong. And he assumed that the international community would not stand strong together. He was wrong. It's time now for President Putin to admit he has been wrong, to put right the wrongs he has done to the people of Ukraine, to leave Ukraine, and to help Ukraine get back to normal, where all of us in the international community wish the freedom that Ukrainian people have expressed be strengthened, and for the sovereign nation of Ukraine to be respected. Mr. Reznikov, welcome to London. Thank you for our talk, and I look forward to hearing.
Thank you, Ben. Dear ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would like to thank our British partners and all the people of the United Kingdom for their support. During the 25 days of the war, of the invasion, Ukrainian soldiers destroyed almost 500 tanks and more than 1,500 armored combat vehicles of the Russian occupation army. Some of them were killed by weapons provided to us by the British government, and it helped save many lives of Ukrainians, deter the aggressors, and thwart his plan. We greatly appreciate that this year Britain was the first to provide us with serious weapons that have increased our defense capabilities. Your role is special, and your courage and your spirit are in stark contrast to the passivity of some other countries. And I would also like to thank you for the help we expect in the near future and for the active participation of the British side in the delivery of goods for the needs of Ukrainians' defense, including from the other countries also. It has been officially established then in 25 days of the full-scale aggression, Kremlin has already killed 150 Ukrainian children, destroyed more than 400 schools and kindergartens, and more than 110 hospitals. Thousands and thousands of civilians were killed. We do not know exactly how much. Many people are still under the rubble of hundreds of houses destroyed by the Russians. Russia is now committing a real act of genocide against the Ukrainian city of Mariupol. For 3 weeks, 400,000 citizens have been surrounded, without food, water, light, heat, almost without connections, under devastating bombing, artillery and rocket fire. Yesterday, the city was shelled by Russian warships. In Mariupol, Russian troops deliberately dropped powerful bombs on a hospital with a maternity ward. They have also bombed a drama theater where 1,200 women and children were hiding from the shelling. Several small cities in Ukraine have simply been wiped off the face of the earth. The last time such destruction was in Europe was during World War II. Moscow is afraid of our army, so they are fighting civilians. This is a state terrorism. That is why Kremlin must be stopped, because it will go further. It will attack other countries. We are grateful to Britain for its leading role in the modern coalition against tyranny and fear, for a clear position and real actions of the British government. We must work together to stop the evil that is trying to destroy Europe and its values. We now need international support to close the sky over Ukraine so that rockets stop falling on playground. Today, in order to save the lives of Ukrainians, it's necessary to strengthen sanctions against Russia, disconnection from the SWIFT, embargo on the sale of energy, the withdrawal of business from Russia. All this will deprive Kremlin of resources of further aggression. As a result of this aggression, 10 million of our people have already been forced to flee their homes. 3 million have already become refugees in neighboring countries. Russia's attack on Ukraine has already created a threat of a global food crisis. This was openly stated by the UN Secretary General. This could provoke a new powerful wave of migration from Africa and the Middle East to Europe. To avoid this, we need to close our sky and to protect our sea. We need a single strong position of the whole civilized world. I would like to thank my British friends and personally to my friend and friend of Ukraine, Ben Wallace, once again for everything you do for Ukraine. I wish peace and prosperity to the British people. Thank you again, and Slava Ukraini!
Thank you.
Sorry.